Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Reality Showgirls with Whitney and Eleni.
Welcome back, everyone. What a jam-packed episode we have for you today.
Jam-packed.
Just full of activities and fun.
We're going to be talking about so many things today.
So many things. So many activities.
So many activities in our lives. So many activities in the Bachelor reality news world, in the Justin and Blake debacle world. There's so much going on. So yeah, we're going to talk Justin and Blake. We're going to talk Matt and Rachel going on Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yep.
We're going to talk the latest episode of Traitors, episode 6.
Yes.
And the season premiere of Grant's season of The Bachelor.
Mr. Ellis.
It's here.
It's here.
We're here.
We're here, and Jesse Palmer's back on my screen. I couldn't be we are in full force.
Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, we couldn't be happier. Yeah, I don't know. Just feeling so excited. I love when the first episode comes out. It's like the first day of school.
Yeah.
It's like the first day of school.
You kind of
dread it, but you kind of miss it. And you kind of can't wait to see everyone again. That's how I feel.
Yep. Yeah, but before we get into all that good stuff, there's some things that you need to do if you haven't done it already. Which, hello. What are you doing?
First off, hello.
So yeah, here's the thing. If you love us, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it real hard. Leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you're thinking, what you're feeling about what's going on in all this pop culture media. And if you anything you want to hear from us, and leave us a 5-star rating on any listening platform,
any and all.
Yes, and follow us. We are on TikTok and Instagram, and we are now on, I already forgot what it's called.
Threads.
Because I will not be getting on X.
We be threading.
Not really, but
I still have
Twitter. Gonna try to. Yeah, we should start. I feel like we should start doing live
I know.
Threads.
We probably need to. Maybe that will be my task.
During the episodes.
Yeah.
When they air. We'll try and do that. But yeah.
Oh my
God. The cat Lulu. She is
the cat Lulu.
The cat Lulu.
The cat Lulu just was skidding across the
room.
The kitchen.
Full
into the
zoom.
kitchen. Anyways, you wanna tell them about your show last night?
Yeah.
Guys, it was so good. What was it called? Gotta Sing
NYC.
Gotta Sing NYC. And who is the director of it all?
Kenneth Gartman.
He put on a great show.
It was great. It was wonderful. If you guys need voice lessons, just an accompanist, he's your man.
He seemed really sweet. I, of course, didn't really speak to him, but I just felt his aura radiate throughout Green Room 42. Yes, that's where we were. I was like, where were we? Yeah.
No, it was good. It was fun. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. It's always nerve-wracking when you're singing in front of your peers.
It is. But you had everyone was rooting.
Yeah.
We were just it was just a bunch of theater people, and they're just ready. Who's going to be there on a Wednesday night when it's freezing at 9:30?
Yeah, 9:30 p.m. Already late enough. It's oh, why are you singing at this hour, girlfriend? But
we were there. We were sat. We had a great time. Kayla and I went.
Yeah, I'm really happy you guys were there.
We were so excited. Whitney crushed it. She was so good. Her voice was crystal clear and beautiful.
That's nice.
She sang the Jekyll Peppernell. I always say the Jekyll because it is Jekyll and Hyde. Always. I always. think about
it's the same composer.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's the same show. In my head, it's the same show.
I didn't even know the synopsis of it when I picked it out, and I finally read the Wikipedia thing of it, and I was like, oh, so that's what I'm singing about, huh?
Wait, what is it about? Can you tell us?
Oh God, I don't. Okay.
Oh, do you not want to get into it?
No, I just am trying to remember.
Oh shit. Okay,
because it's kind of confusing. It's not that great.
You
of a plot.
seemed locked in. I was here for the story.
I'm so sorry.
I was here for the story. I was believing everything, but
I'll tell you. I think I can tell you the general criteria. It's kind of giving Robin Hood-esque type thing, where
You had me at Robin Hood. Okay.
I'm so sorry if I'm getting this all wrong, guys, but this is just what I'm
You're
trying to recall.
You're going to look back at this and be like, wow, that was really wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong. So I think there's something it's somewhere in Europe, and like whoever the king is or something. I don't know if it's a king, but somebody's out here like chopping people's heads off.
Sure.
And
kind of giving Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, this guy is like kind of going undercover, or maybe it's Zorro. Is that where he goes under? Or what's that? Fuck. Let me stop trying to make references. Forget that.
So now Zorro and what was it you just said? Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood.
Basically,
speaking of,
this dude decides to go undercover and like be the people's people and like try and take this person down.
And who's the girl?
And that this guy is married to a woman.
When I Look at You, girl?
Yes, who sings When I Look at You.
By the way, that's what Whitney sang, guys.
That's what I sang, in case you were wondering.
In case anyone was wondering, I don't know what else she'd be singing from the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I don't know either. Because I literally don't know the music.
What other song is there?
I don't know. I think there's some duet that people sing.
Waiting.
But I got nothing else. Anyway, so like she just married this dude like a couple months ago, and then now he's doing this crusade thing, and she's like, "You're acting different. You're acting weird. You're not the person that I knew," and that's why she sings When I Look at You.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect. That makes sense.
But it's this whole thing where like people are trying to figure out who this masked man is, and they're trying to take him down.
It is giving Zorro.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not wrong. I don't know. I just know he wears a mask.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all can go look it up if you want to, because I need to do that again too.
I love that sometimes we can be so like theater nerdy, and then other times I could just be like, yeah, I really don't know.
I don't know a damn thing.
But it's a good song. And it was really good. And then she sang raunchy. Oh,
could have had some improvements, but it's fine.
I'm Whitney Daniels. She screamed. It was so funny. She was in the audience. She was interactive. You were in your pocket, low key. Like, that was really good.
Oh, thanks.
And everyone else was, all the other performers were amazing.
Yes.
Your friend was in it, Harrison. He was great. She Loves Me. He sang from She Loves Me. And what else did he sing from?
I don't know the other
I actually didn't know the other song.
If I Had a Stage.
It's
I didn't
funny
know if that was like one of those, what do you call those
standalones?
Songs? Yeah.
Yeah. That was the only song I didn't know from the night. I knew everything else. I think everyone else sang like pretty basic good songs.
But yeah, that was a good time. And now we're just here. Now we're just kicking. I have another cabaret at the end of February, but I'm a little scared with the song choice. And I kind of want to change it.
Oh.
My fears are coming
back.
Oh,
don't be scared.
It's just so scary to go on stage. Like,
I know.
Like the things that, like, my throat will get so dry. I lose any sort of like power I have in me, because it's like I can sing the song perfectly without an audience. But when you get up, it's like completely different.
It's also different in a showcase scenario because it's not a show, and like I find it to be more nerve-wracking to do things like that with peers. And even though like we're all understanding,
it's like, you know, they're gonna judge you a bit. Like,
it's still like that judgment too, because everyone does it
and they know what it's supposed to be,
and they know what it's supposed to be. So there is actually a little more pressure. Whereas like when you're performing for like, you know,
the general audience,
the muggles,
they're just like, wow, what a show.
They're just like, anything's good.
Yeah,
and they don't know when you mess up the words and stuff.
I did mess up the words last night.
I actually didn't know.
I was just like, just say the line again.
Which one? Which one?
I said patent leather shoes twice, and that was a line that I kept forgetting. So the fact that I said it twice, it's funny. I was like, well,
oh, it was so good. It really, you're being hard on yourself. I mean, we all pick ourselves apart, obviously, but it was very good.
Overall, I'm pleased. I'm like, I can take some chunks out of this to put in my reel, you know?
Totally. That's all you wanted. That's all you needed. And you just have a good time and sing. I love a good show. I love to kick up my feet and watch a good show.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good.
You'll be next.
Yeah.
We're going to message Kenneth.
Kenneth. I don't know what I would sing. There's so many things I would like to sing.
That's the other thing too.
I know.
Anyway, that's it from me.
Yeah.
Now, you were at a wedding last week.
Yeah, I was at a wedding, another wedding.
And you
in
have
Charleston.
Some stuff occur, some drama.
Yeah, you know, so my cousin is 30. This is my oldest cousin. She's 37. No, she's 37, I think. 36, 37, whatever. And she married this guy who's also from Atlanta. Random. The Charleston, Atlanta connection in my family is crazy.
Yeah.
So anyways, I just didn't expect to have any prospects at this wedding because I was just like, I'm in the South. She's 37. Everyone that's at this wedding that's going to be my type. I put this in air quotes because who the fuck knows what my type is these days.
Bear.
My type. They're going to be married and have like 5 kids. So I just was like, I'm here for the vibes for my cousin. Like, obviously, I'm not trying to like do anything. It's always when that you think that something happens. At the wedding, I did spot one man. He was a groomsman, and I was just kind of like spotted, but like he's definitely married or has kids or whatever, because I was just like, there's no way. And there was a rumor mill that there was one single groomsman and they already showed me who he was. And I was like, that makes sense. No offense.
I didn't know this part.
Yeah. So I already knew that there was one single groomsman. I was like, it can't be him. So anyways, the wedding happens, really beautiful ceremony. We're at the reception and, I'm at the bar like every second, get my drink on. And I talked to the man that I had noted, just a note. And we're talking. He's like, I'm a cop, and pulls up his phone and he's like showing me his cop stuff. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Oh God. That should have.
I know,
that
girl.
would
I
have
was like,
literally taken me
well,
back.
I was already like pretty far deep into drinking. So I was just like, like, you're cute, whatever. And he's like openly hitting on me. He was just like, I'm just trying to hit on you. Like, kept saying stuff like that. Like, it was very, there was no questioning.
I hate men so much. Okay.
And he was like the perfect amount of tall. He's like 6'2", I think. I don't really know. He was pretty tall and I was in like my heel. And but he was being kind of weird. And I saw him like kind of talking to another girl and just kind of like, maybe, I'm like, obviously he's the single one because he's like talking to so many women. But I kind of let it go. Afterwards, he comes up to me and he's like, are you going out? And I'm like, yes, I'm going out. Like, it's 10 p.m. Like, I'm going out. So we ended up going to this place called the Commodore. Guys, if you're ever in Charleston, South Carolina, the Commodore is my favorite bar. It's so fun. Every time I go, it's a fun time. Okay, just side note.
Need to know that.
Put that in your back pocket. It's the best bar. And they do like live music. It's fun. It's just fun. So we're turning up. We're going to the Commodore. And my family has like a little lore with the Commodore. I won't get into it, but we were like, obviously we're going to the Commodore because we have like some past with it. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'm going wherever you're going. And I was like, okay, bitch, I'm going to the fucking Commodore. So I see him there. Mind you, I love being in the South because like the moment, I feel like in New York, like so many guys are just like, there's so many women. So they're just like always. But I stepped foot into that place. I had like 3 people offer me a drink immediately.
That's never happened to me, but I've also,
but like,
I don't know.
No, but if you went to the Commodore, you would. New York is different. Sometimes we're fighting for our lives just to get a drink.
Always fighting.
Oh, it depends on what bar we're at, but yes.
I've yet to have that experience. I'll just say that.
So it wasn't a fight, guys. It was so easy. I was just like, sometimes I love being not in New York. So he finally walks in and he's like, where'd you get that drink? I was like, you were late. He's like, I was literally like 2 minutes late. I was like, it really happens that fast. Like, you need to, come on. Long story short, he's like trying to make out with me. My whole family's there. I'm like, this is crazy. But then I was like, my other cousin was like, just make out with him. It's fine. So I eventually did. We're like making out. He's like, come home with me. I'm like, okay, this is crazy because I'm like literally staying with my 90-year-old. Yeah, not 9, 90-year-old. Yeah. I will not be sleeping with you tonight. Because that's crazy. Also, my whole family is right there watching me make out with you. So I will not be going home with you. But okay, thank you. This man is like asking me again. I'm just like, I don't really know. I said no. So this is kind of crazy. We start making out again. All of a sudden he disappears, being weird, whatever.
But did you ask him if he was single?
Yes. Okay. So yes, there was another rumor mill. I love weddings. There was another rumor mill that he was in fact not taken. He had a girlfriend. So I'm just like, okay. So I asked him, are you single? Are you currently dating someone? Are you talking to someone? Do you currently have a girlfriend?
Was this before the makeout or like after, like in between?
I don't know. Unclear. I think it was before.
Okay.
Sorry, I went out of order. because I think I solidified it before I made out with him. And he said, I'm single. I was like, okay, so he was the single one. So I'm making out with him. Then his friend, I don't want to expose their names, but his friend was there and the friend's girlfriend was there. Okay. So he ends up leaving, but he gets my number and then he leaves. And then the girlfriend told me, girl, he has an ex-wife, a baby mama, and a current girlfriend.
Wait, the ex-wife and the baby mama aren't the same person?
No. He has 4 kids, all under the age of 7.
All from the baby mama or from other people? From both?
I think 3 from the wife, 1 baby mama situation.
Oh my God.
You should have seen my face. I was floored. I was like, that is crazy. She said, look at your phone right now. I look at my phone. It says, it's a text from him. Hotel, blah, 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 blah. Room, blah, 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 blah. Space, 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 space. If you want some privacy.
That's wild.
It was so wild.
No wonder he has 4 children.
He like spotted me at the rehearsal dinner apparently and was like, the girl in the red dress. I was like, let's go. But also,
so you wore the red for rehearsal?
Yeah. And it was just
red dress. Sorry.
I was giving red dress, Nick Jonas. Yeah, no, it was just crazy. And then I was just like, that's wild. And like, I was so glad I didn't go. I wasn't going to go home with him regardless, even if I wasn't going to go home with him regardless. So like the whole thing was funny to me.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what it is. I think I'm like ruining like multiple relationships and I don't mean to, like at all. Like genuinely. Like I want to.
I'm planting my feet in the fact that you just need to stop going for older men.
But he wasn't that old.
He was 34.
I think he was under 34.
You told me he was 34. And I just think you need to be like 30 and under. That's where you need to live.
I like 30. 30 is a good spot.
That's perfect.
That's 4 years older.
That's it. That's your cap.
I like
anyone after that, on it,
it just gets weird.
It's about to be me included, but like anyone above that, it's like, why don't you have your shit together?
Why don't you have your shit together?
And there's clearly a reason why.
I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge anyone. I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge.
God, good
it
Lord.
Was really crazy. I was like, you really just lied. Because at least the married man admitted, okay, I'm married. But this man, he did say, I have an ex-wife. So I guess he wasn't lying.
Ugh, I hate men.
Anyways, that was my weekend.
That's your weekend. And I guess the only man that I don't really hate, but still does not have a great reputation now. God, it doesn't end, you guys. Every day there's more tea being spilled.
It never ends with us.
It's never going to end.
It's never going to end with us.
Beginning. Justin and
Baldoni
Blake.
and Blake Lively.
So, okay. I guess maybe
we've already talked about.
I don't know if we talked about Blake.
You guys are so tired of
Justin's
us talking.
Team
about
has
this.
been releasing all of these like evidence.
It was like
stuff.
a 2-minute voice memo. First off, his voice is so sexy. Okay, sorry.
I want to say like what caused him to send this voice memo.
Sure,
was that Blake wanted to rewrite the script for this rooftop scene, which if you look at it, it's her version that's in the movie and it's bad. It's so cringe. I remember hating it when I was watching it. I was like, oh, why are these lines like you're trying to act like something you're not. Anyway, and
it was giving Serena van der Woodsen.
Ugh, I don't even know. It was like Serena van der Woodsen trying to be Ryan Reynolds, like because she was adding all these jokes in.
Yes,
and I'm just like, no. Anyway, so
Ryan and Blake need to.
They need to go away.
They need to not write.
Which sucked because I loved Ryan Reynolds. I really did.
Proposal? Come on.
Like I had the biggest crush on him. I thought he was so hilarious. I loved Deadpool. And I'm just like, now you're doing all this shit. Now because you were involved with this woman. Anyway. So she wanted to rewrite the script. She texts Justin about it. She's like, hey, will you give me a stab at it? And he's like, sure, why not? I'll go read it. Then I think he like had to go over to Blake's house to talk about it. And Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds are there. And they're basically backing up Blake, being like, this is the best thing ever. Like, you have to put it in. Like, just being her supporters.
Can I just say it's so like typical that Taylor Swift and Blake Lively would be friends?
Oh, absolutely. My God.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
I'm so done.
That's how we feel about
I'm just like, they're so not my type.
No.
They're just like not my type of people. Like
It's
I
awful.
know that type of girl.
Yes.
And they are that type of girl.
Yeah.
Those are the girls that like were kind of bitches to me in high school.
It's
not
just,
like I was bullied in high school, but there was like some
there's just like a bit of entitlement.
Yes,
to them.
it's entitlement.
Yeah. So they're like supporting her, and he's basically getting ambushed about this. And I think he was like, I don't know what he said in response to it. I can't remember exactly. I think he was trying to lean towards like, oh, you know, I like some parts of it. We can like merge it together or something. And like, she's just basically trying to take over things. She wants to see like the dailies, which are like the videos that they record every day. And he's like, that's not really for you to have.
I heard that Ryan came in and asked for the dailies, or like saw the dailies one day and then was like, I want the dailies.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they're trying to like get control of it all. And he's trying to be like, I'm the director. I need to go through it all first. And then you can see what, you know, and she just wouldn't back off. And so then she sends this text message that's basically like, well, first she there's a bunch of texts between them where she was like giving pick me energy, being like, oh my God, I mean, Taylor and Ryan think it's really good, but do you think it's really good? Like, I think that the script is like, I've just had so many issues from past like directors and stuff not giving me a chance, but like, you'll give me a chance, right? Just this whole thing.
Yes.
And then, you know, Justin's not really saying what she wants to hear, so that she's like, she compares herself to Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, who's like this like queen conqueror who like controls all the dragons in the show. And she's like, Taylor and Ryan are my dragons. So like, basically she's like, if you don't do what I say, like they'll come for you type thing, like threatening him. And so then that happens. And this voice memo that he sends is the response to that, because obviously he knows that they have power. So he's like, okay, I need to like appease her. But like the beginning of the voice memo is crazy, because I those first 10 seconds, I would just listen to that on repeat and be good to go.
No,
you know?
I would literally, that voice memo was crazy.
Like if I were Ryan Reynolds and I just heard that beginning, I'd be like, what's happening
He also
here?
mentions his wife in it. So he's still like low-key, like respectful and just like.
But that's the thing. Like it sounds creepy at first, like him sending it at 2 a.m. and stuff. But I think he just wanted to respond to her as quick as possible.
But I think he also even said it. He's like, I know this is crazy. It's 2 a.m., but we're already texting. So whatever.
Yeah. And I can tell that he's just he is definitely one of those people that can like in person, he can talk his way out of anything. That's
why he sent the voice memo.
And but he was also like, I don't do as well as over text and voice memo. I'd so much rather talk about this in person.
Yeah.
Like he says that because he knows that he can do better that way. But that's why he's rambling on for 6 minutes about this. But during the whole thing, he's really just trying to be like, you're amazing. Like, I can't wait to work with you. Like, we're going to be so great together. Like, it'll all be okay, you know, type thing. And I think he's just trying to get on her good side because he doesn't want anything bad to happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, it sucks when you have to do that because, like, you know, there's always people like that, like in theater and like in high school, like whoever's the person that's paying the money for the show, their daughter has to be in the show. You know what I mean? Like they're just appeasing doing what they have to do because they are the big guys, unfortunately. But it's so funny. People online are like, oh my God, Blake totally like had this big crush on Justin, and Ryan was probably got jealous because of this voice memo and like seeing the dailies and all this stuff. And like, maybe that's sort of true.
So the new thing has been, because this whole time it's Blake's fault. It's Justin's fault. Well, now the new thing is it's Ryan's fault.
Yeah.
Ryan is seeing that maybe his wife is getting a little too comfortable with the co-star. Blake is also known for this.
That's how she got with Ryan, right?
How she got with Ryan, but also like a weird thing with Penn Badgley. Penn Badgley followed Justin Baldoni on Instagram recently. Like,
oh,
yes, there's been like some things that are alluding to like actually Ryan being the issue.
Which is probably true.
Because it makes sense and he probably convinced her to do all of these things and make all of this.
The other thing was that apparently on a red carpet, Blake said that, oh, you know, Ryan actually wrote the rooftop scene. So like the whole thing is like, was he the one that was doing all this from, you know what I mean?
And I'm starting to believe that narrative the most.
And
at this moment.
You know Candace Owens?
Yes.
ugh. But she's coming in with all this tea about the whole case. And
Yes.
she was saying that like she has sources that's basically concluding that it is Ryan that's the problem. I don't know how true that is,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. My gosh, just the whole thing. Like
the lore of it all.
The lore of it all. The thing is, like, both sides are bad. I can see how she could be uncomfortable because Justin does say things that are like kind of weird. Like, why do you have to bring up her having a child on her boob, like, and all this stuff? You know what I mean?
I mean, sure.
Like, I
but
don't think he's meaning it in
No.
a creepy way, but it
I
just can
just
come off
think
kind of creepy.
Penn Badgley following Justin Baldoni is so telling.
So
shall we move on to Matt James?
Yeah, we'll see if apparently. Wait, I'll just say also there's supposed to be a website coming out with this all the evidence
Great.
that the Justin's
Guys,
legal team
I'll
is going
just
to do.
say it right now. It's not going to end with us. We will be talking about this again, but for
we'll
now,
be talking about it till March 26th.
I know, seriously,
2026
this is our,
when the
this
trial
is our blip, our updates. So news flash. It's now Ryan Reynolds' fault. I love it.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, now let's go back to men that we hate.
I love talking about men that I hate.
I mean, gosh, the list
and add
goes
it to the
on
list.
and on.
I don't know if I ever liked Matt James.
No, I never really liked him. I'll say I never thought he was that cute. I was like, why is he like? It was such a random choice.
Pick.
It was totally just the Bachelor, like being like, oh, we got to save
No,
our asses.
they robbed
Black Lives Matters.
They robbed. I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. On Rachel Brown.
Oh, on Hannah Brown season, you mean?
Rachel Brown. I'm so sorry, Hannah.
What's his name? Michael? Mike? Just Mike.
They robbed that man.
It should have been him.
It should have been him.
That should be him.
He was in the Final Four. He was in Hometowns. I can't.
People loved him, but hey, he's got a woman now.
Whatever. Anyways, Rachel Kirkconnell finally spoke out about the breakup with Matt James. She was on Call Her Daddy. It was a full production. It was a live stream on YouTube. It released at 9 p.m. like it was a show.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big deal.
It was. And honestly, I just feel so bad for the girl.
Me too.
You know, like, I think she was just putting up with a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, basically, the breakup happened when they were on a trip to Japan. Because people were like, they were literally just posting a few hours ago. Now they're broken up, you know? And she just explained how Matt is a food content creator. And so they always have to choose like good restaurants to eat at so that he can, give reviews of it all. And he asked her to choose the spot. And, she was feeling all this pressure to choose the right spot so that everything would be good, which that alone, like, you should not be feeling.
That sentence alone was crazy.
Yeah.
You could already tell, like, just the dynamic of the relationship based off that sentence. She was like, I was like nervous to like pick the spot because I didn't want him to be upset. And then I picked the spot and then we were there and then I felt stressed. So then I start crying.
And like the place wasn't what it was supposed to be. And so she was disappointed and she was thinking that he was disappointed. And this part really creeped me out. The fact that she started to cry at dinner.
One tear, she said.
And they didn't speak to each other at all.
Not
the
one
entire
word.
time.
Not
like,
one word.
If I'm crying, I expect my partner to be like, hey, what's going on? You know?
That's weird.
And she goes on to say that, like, when she gets upset or something happens, if they argue or something like that, he'll just step away from her to let her have her time and have some space. And what's the girl's name? Alex was like, do you want that space? And she was like, no.
And how fast did she say no?
So fast.
So fast.
So it's clear that he just doesn't know how to handle people that have emotions. It's giving that he's an avoidant attachment style. She's an anxious attachment style, trying to make sure everything's okay for him. And
so maybe they're
like,
not compatible in that sense, but
no.
I do want to roll back just a little bit. Now, we all remember how they got together.
Oh yeah.
On The Bachelor. He didn't propose, but he said, I still want to be with you. They were like, as a Love Island term, I'll throw it out there, they were a slow burn on The Bachelor. So them just dating afterwards, I didn't think was weird at the time. What do you think?
No, I thought it was a great decision. I was like, finally, someone's actually being real.
Like realistic.
You don't need to be engaged because that's way too fast. Because
she was like one of the last one-on-ones. Like, she wasn't a front runner until the end when it was like, oh, it's so obviously her.
Mm-hmm.
they really distanced themselves from the franchise after the whole like Black Lives Matter situation happened. She got she was in I still can't remember what she did in college exactly, but
she was in a sorority and they were throwing a
like a it was like she was dressed like as a Confederate wife. I don't even know.
Something like that. Mm-hmm.
So like, and then we went through the whole thing. They broke up. But here's something that like was really interesting to me. They broke up so he could like take space and like think about like what he wanted and this and that.
And it was like a pressure from all the outside world being like, you shouldn't be with
No,
her.
but what was he doing during that time?
He talked to another girl.
He talked to another girl. I don't know why that rubbed me wrong. I know technically they weren't together.
Yeah.
During that time, but I'm just like,
you would think that like so much has happened to you that you wouldn't want to.
You'd think that if you were like focusing on yourself and really thinking about the good of society and what your role was, I don't know, like.
And that's kind of, I mean, I'll say it. I think he's just a bit of a clout chaser, you know?
When she said that, I was like, not her, like over here feeling, I mean, as she did obviously make a mistake. But like, she's over here like trying to make up for it and just like taking all the heat and like, you know, kind of as she should. But, you know, she kind of went through all of that for him. He was being shady, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They get back together and then they're dating. She said the whole like first year, it just felt like she was just like making up for what she did. And like, but then low key, so was he, because he was dating someone. And I think he knew that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they had their moment. Their first year didn't seem very stable. And then like, I guess that's how they built their foundation. Like their foundation, if you think about it, was never stable.
Yeah. For sure.
Sorry. Now let's go back to where we were at.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to like press in on that a moment.
Yeah. No, totally. And then so they're at this trip to Japan. They're having arguments, and when they get home from the dinner, she's
that's
like,
right. They fight.
She's like, "Are you mad at
the
me?"
dinner?
And he's like, "I just don't understand why you got so upset." And she was like, "I mean, what can you blame me? Like, I'm sorry." And he's like, "I just don't know how I feel. Like, are you going to be emotional like this? If something this small makes you this emotional, how will you be in big situations?" That's what he asked her.
I'm so sorry.
Like, what?
That pisses me off.
You expect her to be like stoic and never have an emotion when like something big and tragic happens to her? Like, what?
This is what men do when they're looking for an out.
Oh, for sure.
They start to like say random shit that has nothing to do with anything. Like, what are you talking about?
Like they take what you've done and like twist it so that it works in their favor.
They're like, well, if you acted like that, I don't even know if I would never act like that.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know for like.
I'm spoiling it for you just a little bit, but this happens on Love Island with this specific
it's fine.
couple.
But you know what I'm saying? That happened with me in real estate. Like he said, like it was just kind of like, he's like, well, if you like want this and I'm committed, like I'm not a committed person. So like, it's literally like, I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck? Committed. You call me every day. We're with no.
And that was the thing. Like a couple days before this trip, he was literally telling her like, I'm so grateful that you're my partner, that we're not having to deal with like heavy things. Like he was just basically praising her and saying how great she was and that he's so happy that he's with her. And he's telling people on the internet like, oh yeah, the engagement's coming soon. Like things are happening. Like, and they're talking about rings and stuff like that. And so then this fight happens. They like, you know, breeze over it. They are just like, it's going to be fine. The next day, things are okay. But then, which is another thing, I'm just like, it seems like he just gets annoyed with everything that she does. Like she was like scrolling on TikTok, looking at videos or something. She was trying to show him stuff. And he was like, stop, like you're annoying me, like basically. And I'm just like, why is everything, it just seems like everything is on his terms.
Everything is on his terms.
It's
You're
like
right.
Everything that she does is wrong and incorrect. And like, it's just like, why is it always you? That was the other thing.
Yeah.
He would always tell her like when they have arguments, like that she never apologizes. It's always like, I guess him having to do the apologizing, and she never takes accountability for anything. But she, at least in her side of things, she was like, I'm always telling him I'm sorry. Like I'm always the first one to apologize because I feel like I have to. And so for him to be like, you never take accountability is crazy. Crazy. So that they argue about that, and she decides to just not speak to him at all because she's just like, I don't want to do anything else to try and make him more upset. And then
She's afraid of him.
Yeah.
I've been there. Because you're like, one wrong move and then he breaks up with me, and I'm in love with him, so I don't want to like make him upset. Fuck. It's so damn relatable. It's so damn, guys. If you're a woman, you know this feeling. I don't think men know what this is like. Unfortunately,
I honestly don't know. I mean, I've never had to deal with that. I honestly wonder if I'm that person. To be honest,
you might be.
I might be the one that's like they're on edge with me.
So I had a relationship. I've had a couple of relationships like this, but specifically one in college where I was really scared of him, I think. I was scared of disappointing him. I was just so terrified because I just cared for him so much. And I thought so highly of him. Like I do all my partners, really. In the moment, like I just really value a partnership so much. And I just think this is so relatable.
Yeah, it's definitely relatable for a lot of people. And I think for the other side, you're like, oh shit, was that me? And you gotta think about it.
And I feel like I'm on the other foot with another thing in my life. So like, yeah.
But yeah, so then I think they get back, or like he asks her, like, why aren't you speaking to me? And she's like, I didn't want to upset you for anything. And that kind of opened the can of worms for everything. And they get back to the hotel. They're having another argument. And he's basically being like, I just don't know if you have the right qualities and a partner for me to marry you. Like, I haven't ever had the feeling that I want to marry you. And it should have happened by now. And it's because like you don't take accountability, and because like you're too emotional or whatever. And she's just like, where is all this coming from? Like you said the complete opposite 3-4 days ago, and now you're telling me this, like, and it's just awful. And then he basically just breaks up with her, and she has a flight that day because she has to leave early for a baby shower or something. And she goes on the flight.
Something I want to quickly add, and this is also another relatable thing. He was always just, we said this, he was always just like saying that he was gonna get a ring, or he said I was gonna do this, or I'm gonna be like, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. His actions just so did not align what he was saying. And I think a lot of us just really take, like when someone says something to me, I really believe them. Like because when I say something, I really mean it. So like when someone tells me something, like I really believe it. And so many men do this in a relationship. I don't want to say like it's just men, but like a lot of people do this in a relationship where they like say so many things, but the actions really are where it's at.
Absolutely.
So, and this action is crazy because what did this man, what the fuck did this man do? Tell him, Whitney. Tell him.
What did he do?
Tell him.
So she gets on her flight. Her phone's fucked up. She can't get airplane Wi-Fi. It's always been like that for ages.
Because of her VPN.
Which he knows. He knows that. Because they travel all the time together.
Because 4 years together and they've been traveling forever.
Exactly. And right before the plane takes off, she gets a text message from her friend being like, Rach, like question mark, like, well, God, like basically being like, what's going on? I just saw this post from Matt. She goes and sees the crazy ass breakup post that he posted.
Please,
with
Father
the prayer
God, Rachel, guide us.
And the Bachelor picture and the madness. And she's like, what? And what can she do? Nothing, because she's in the air now. No Wi-Fi, no nothing. And she has to just sit with that for 12 hours
Tokyo
on a flight.
Tokyo to Atlanta is like a long ass flight. That's like not even 12 hours. I'm pretty sure it's 16 hours.
No, she said 12. I mean, I think it's 12.
It's 12. That's okay. Anyways, 12 is crazy.
Like, yeah, it's insane. It's just like, who does that? That was probably like an hour, 2 hours max.
She said it was like 2 hours being after. Apart. She said it was 2 hours after. And something that I would like to really enforce on everyone to really realize is that he did this knowing that she had to leave. Like,
knowing.
Like, it's I want to say, as if he planned it.
Absolutely. He knew in the back of his mind, if I'm going to do it, let's do it right now.
Let's do it right now because she's leaving. Mm-hmm. What a sick fuck.
Sick.
Okay, then what happens?
I don't know what happened.
I was excited. I was like, I'm reliving it through their storytelling.
Then she went home, had to decompress. She sent her friends a voice memo, but didn't speak to anybody for a few days. And then finally, her sister came and helped her out. She spoke to her friends a bit. But like the whole thing that made me even more upset is that she still is defending the man. And that's just part of the process, unfortunately, when you go through a breakup and you want to see the good side of them. You want people to still see him as a good person, which is what she was saying. She's like, I don't want people to think of him as a bad guy. But guess what? He's a bit of a bad guy who needs a lot of therapy, period, point blank. Because
she's like, I don't think it was infidelity, but I'm like, he's talking to someone right now.
God, can you imagine?
He is.
Oh,
he is, Whitney. Like, he is. I can like literally put money on it.
No way.
Yes.
No way. Yeah. You know what?
Guys are always looking for. He was looking for the next thing while he was in it.
Yeah, and I think because like he's from a broken home. His parents are divorced. And I think he's probably already has like a thing where he probably doesn't even like the idea of marriage because he knows how it ends, you know? And that's something he needs to talk about in therapy. Also, he has this I saw a TikTok today, and I remember seeing this on TV during his season. When he's talking to his mom, he's just rubbing her leg the whole time. Ew. Just going up and down her leg as she's and I'm like, ooh, what's happening? What is this weird attachment, you know? So he's been off from the jump, okay? And Rachel, you got to stop making excuses for him. You'll look back at this in a couple months and be like, oh, shit, why did I say all that?
She's in a natural place. And Alex was really good about keeping her in check. Alex was like, you're going to listen to this and kind of regret it. Like, in a nice way.
In a nice way.
Alex was really good in that interview. I mean, Alex always does a good job with interviews, but I think specifically with that one, she did really well.
Yeah, for sure. So, Rachel, sending you good thoughts, healing thoughts.
We're Team Rachel.
This will pass. And he's lost over 100,000 followers. He's under 1 million followers now on Instagram. So
and she's gained like a ton.
She's gained it.
Also, I just can't wait. She's gonna pull like a Michelle Young on us and date someone just so fucking fine.
Oh God,
I can't wait.
That man,
the man that she dates, because literally Matt James is not that
now fiance. Hot. Yeah, Matt James is not it.
It's really not that hot.
No.
Justice for Mike.
Yeah.
Shall we get into the new Bachelor stuff?
Yeah. So enough with that stupid old Bachelor. Let's talk about this new one, Mr. Grant Ellis. I'm just thinking about his single.
Stop.
How did that song go? I already forgot.
Guys, it's going to be a very unserious season, I fear. Yeah. I fear that this season, Grant Ellis is probably the most unserious Bachelor I have seen in a moment. It's giving Chris Soules. It's not quite Juan Pablo.
No.
But it's giving unserious.
I mean, I think he does want a wife. I will say that.
But does he want a wife out of this?
I think he's here to like
start a music
enjoy, bask in this time.
Tell me why he released the single
a week before. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, promote when you can. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
It's giving Jed.
Oh God. I mean, I don't think it's.
Yeah, it is.
He's just so cheesy that I'm just like,
it's giving off-brand Chris Brown.
Yeah.
It's giving Chris Soules.
But something does tell me that I think he actually does want a girl out of this.
That's nice of you to think. That's hopeful. You're always like the glass is full and I'm like, it's empty.
It's so funny because like when I'm alone, my glass is empty.
I know your glass is empty and my glass is just empty all the time. But but like
for others, my glass is full.
But no, I just don't believe it. Not a second. Not a second of it.
I mean, I think he's here for a good time. That's for sure. You know what I mean?
It's not Joey.
No.
And it's not Jesse.
I miss Joey so much.
It's definitely giving a different energy.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it, but the word that's coming to mind is unserious.
Yeah. I mean, the whole show opened with What a Man, right? And he was dancing.
Yeah.
Giving angles to the camera. I was like, what's happening?
It's just giving like he's in his fuckboy era.
Truly.
And but like also trying to find a wife?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he was driving his Ferrari, pulling up in the driveway to see his family. And that house that his family was in, I was like, is that their house or is this a staged home?
They always do stage homes. Well, it's probably someone in his family.
Yeah, because it was kind of like the furniture was given old. So I'm just like, I don't know. But the kitchen was way too spotless. It was weird. But, we'll get into it, I guess, now.
Yeah.
Like, his family's beautiful people, sister, so beautiful. But mama needed help with her hair. Why didn't no one give her a hairbrush? Why didn't no one give her a straightener so that she had her edges out? This is for my people that know. She had her edges out and they were not flat and straight to go along with her extensions. I'm going to just leave it at that, mama.
And you're going to be on TV and people are going to be looking at the edges
and I know
like
sister
that.
Is straightening her hair, so why are you not straightening your mama's?
Yeah, why? That's my thing. It's like the sister saw the mom and left it like that.
Literally.
It'd be great.
Meanwhile, his grandmama was so cute with her little her little flip on and go wig. She was like, why am I here? Why are you holding my hand right now, giving me a rose? I was like, what is this scene? He's like, you're getting my first rose, grandma.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
Oh God.
Let's talk about some of the entrances.
Yeah. So then we get to the people. The first girl out was Rose. I don't think she did anything crazy though. I think she was just like, my name's Rose.
She made the bit funny. Of the Rose, yeah.
Yeah. And I like her. Me
too.
She kind of had this, I guess I'll just get into the girl, but she did this whole making clay thing. They made rings together and they were blindfolded. And he kissed her, yeah. But that wasn't his first kiss.
Actually, we don't really know what the first kiss was, but the first kiss filmed was with Blondie.
Yes. Blondie is
Alicia.
Ali Shia. Terrible.
Jail. Prison.
But she came out, I'm sorry, I need to talk about this dress. I feel like it had potential to be good.
Put it up.
But the accessories.
Put it up.
You see it right here, y'all.
The belt.
This dress, the accessories were all wrong. Why are you wearing this big ass chunky belt? And she's got seashell earrings, seashell accessories. I was like,
about the seashell.
Why are you literally a, what do you call that? A timeshare.
She's trying to be like bohemian.
You're literally
I don't even
at a
know.
timeshare in Myrtle Beach with your seashell outfit about to take your wedding engagement photos on the beach. That's what that was giving.
It was.
And I'm not here for it. I'm so sorry.
She's trying to be like Miley Cyrus in the last song.
Yes.
She was trying to be.
You know the beginning of that song?
Yes. When I look at you. She really was.
She's walking on the beach, black and white.
She was trying. Chris
holding a rose and throwing the petals.
She was at that movie. She saw that movie in the theaters multiple times.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she came out with a friggin' lamp and was like, let's rub it and make a wish or something.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? The genie?
I don't know, bro. But then, yeah, she got the first kiss because they were talking and Grant kind of went in for it. I mean, not kind of. He was the one that initiated it.
He did. When I saw
that's so weird.
The leading with the thumb is crazy.
To just grab someone's chin like that. I feel like that's them trying to be like they're in a movie. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone actually done that to you?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I don't remember.
I feel like I don't think face is okay, but chin is just weird.
Did it work out in the long run?
Well.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it then. I mean, just a realist at this point. I'm like, if it didn't work out, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It's cut.
Yeah, I just feel like he's like a smooth talker and he's used to this. It's giving that he is used to talking to women, because he kissed 7 girls.
Unserious.
On night 1.
So did Joey.
Yeah, Joey did kiss a lot of girls too. I mean, I think they're both those type of people that are comfortable just talking to girls. But he was rubbing their backs and whatever and their necks and stuff. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, what else happened?
What other standouts?
I want to call her Alexi because she has an E at the end of her name.
But it's just Alex.
It's not. It's just Alex, which is crazy.
Not an eyebrow, not a lip, not a lash.
Barefaced.
Barefaced.
She said, I am taking this new trend to its core. And just not showing up as I am.
Not even a little blush.
And honestly, go off, queen, because I could never. I was saying as we were watching it, if I showed up there with no makeup on, they would be calling an ambulance for me, saying, you are not well. There's a skeleton. There is a dead body on the set currently.
There's a zombie. There is a patient on the set.
She needs to be resuscitated.
Escaped from the hospital. That's what they would say. Look at her
Straight
bags
from the loony bin.
The bags under her eyes. She is from the grave.
But she looked great. She was giving her
Anyways,
fresh
she
and
pulled it
refined.
off.
But
me,
she
on
came
the
up
other
here.
hand, I'd be like Love Island in this bitch. Lips would be done. I don't even want my face to move. I don't even want, I want people to be like, is that Eleni? Is that Eleni Demas? Is she on The Bachelorette? Or she's on The Bachelor? Like, I want people to be like that.
They're like, I don't know.
Like, I want my face to be
girl.
reconstructed into a new, I don't even want a pore to be seen on my face. But go off, Queen.
Go
bare
off.
Bones.
Queen Bare Bones. And she came up with a llama. And she was like, I'm from Canada. We're really sweet, so I don't want any drama. So this is my no drama llama named Linda.
The llama was cute.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. But they kept the llama all night. I'm like, what? Is someone feeding
What
this
are you
thing?
going to do? Leave the llama?
Let the llama go home. She doesn't want to be here till, 5 a.m.?
I think I would have to bring Lulu to the mansion.
Hey, that could be your entrance.
Wait, I was saying this. We had a group of girls come over and I was like, I just feel so strongly that I'm going to be in the Bachelor mansion.
We definitely need to take a tour of it or something one of these days.
Like, I just feel so strongly that I'm going to kiss Jesse Palmer in the Bachelor mansion.
Oh.
In the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
In the kitchen. I don't know.
Sure.
I just really feel like I'm going to be in that space one day.
Absolutely.
That's so unrelated. Back to Alex. She ended up actually getting the first
impression rose
/ a spin this year, is that it's the first impression and the first date.
Yep.
So we know who's getting the first
and
one-on-one.
My question is, did he really base this off of first impression? Or because I feel like most of the time the Bachelor and Bachelorette know what the date is and they will choose a person that they think will go well with that date. So I'm like, did he know what the date was and thought that she would be good for it? You know what I mean?
But that's his first impression.
But granted, I think she did make a great first impression. What I'm getting from the people that he chose is that he wants someone that is more outgoing than him, that is like bubbly and loud. Because he does seem like a bit more of like a reserved person, but like the right person can bring it out in him. And all the people that he chose to stay were that type of girl. Because some of the girls that he got rid of, I was pissed. Niecy, I love you. I don't really know you, but you had so much to offer. You were beautiful, stunning. Never been done before. I don't know. But
it's never been done like that, Niecy.
He got rid of you, but kept Parisa with her rock collection. We're calling it rocks, but guess what? They're just crystals.
Wait, she has trying to make it weirder. Cats.
Okay. But she made that crazy ass PowerPoint that was really creepy.
The PowerPoint
AI
was
photos.
That was disturbing.
And he looked disturbed. And yet he said, sure, you can stay. What? Also, I'm trying to think. He got rid of Janae, who played basketball internationally. And I guess he was just jealous.
I think he just wants someone not.
He literally wants someone that's like the opposite of him. Like, yeah.
He just knew that was too similar.
Yeah, but I liked her. So that was sad. She hit that 3-pointer though. I saw. But another girl that he did keep that I thought stood out, who had a great dress but saggy boobs, as you said.
Oh, great dress, saggy boobs.
She just needed the little push-up inserts. But it doesn't even matter because hey, that's life. That's natural, girl. So rock it. But
you could have taped
her face. The face card will not decline. She is beautiful.
The body card also.
The full thing.
Full thing is just the saggy titties. Just tape them. Just tape them next time. It's no big deal.
She had a t-shirt cannon. She was shooting t-shirts into the Bachelor mansion. They were flying and hitting girls' heads. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't do that. But she could be a little bit of a problem, I feel like. It's to start drama because she was like, I don't care what I have to do. Like, I'm going to get with Grant type thing. And I think in the preview, it made it seem like she was having an argument with Allie Joe. But I'm here for it because
which we said Allie Joe, the Jersey girl.
The Jersey girl. She came up in like a Hummer with the
pizza.
She said, we're both from Jersey. Here's some Italian pizza. I know you're going to love it.
Random. People from Jersey annoy me, I think. And by I think, I mean they annoy me.
All right.
Oh no, someone's going to come for me. I'm not ready.
I'm trying to think what else.
about my ATL girl, Bailey?
That's her name, Bailey? Miss Bobbiana Bailey.
Bobbiana with her bob, and she made him take a picture of her.
Social media content creator.
I think it was a really good concept, but I don't know if it really landed
the way she did it. She was like, "Oh my god, take a picture of me."
No, but it was cute because like I could understand what she was doing, but I think it just read
came
weird.
Off.
Yes.
Yeah. It came off not great.
The edit wasn't great for it.
No. Because I think it's totally fun to be like, like teaching the boyfriend how to take the perfect picture for a girl.
It's cute. And then they took a selfie.
Yeah.
And then when she like talked to him, she was like, "How's my bob?" And we're like, "Oh no!" But then she like crafted it into something funny because she was like, "Put this wig on." Like
the wig was funny.
I loved it. I love a man in a wig.
Yeah.
I love a straight man in a wig. It's so funny.
Oh yeah. Love.
Put that wig on, baby. And they love it. They love when they have a wig on.
He's like, I need to tap it.
Yeah,
I'm itching.
Like...
but yeah, she also might cause drama too because she is so loud and it seems like she could say whatever is on her mind type thing. But we shall see. Another girl, Latia, she's the Mormon girly.
She's really pretty.
She's very pretty. It seems like she might have a good chance with him. I feel like she's definitely gonna go far. Juliana. Who's that? Is that the other Italian girl?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know why she creeps
you don't
me
like
out.
Her. You don't like her.
She's like, oh my god, like she's giving like plastic Barbie doll.
It's giving. She's acting like an airhead.
Yes,
and she's actually smart.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I think she's smarter than she's leading
on. It's just I think because she says like she's a very big family person. It's giving like I feel like her dad like doted on her a lot when she was a child.
Yes,
that's what it's giving.
She's daddy's girl.
Yeah. Also, what's her name? Carolina. I think she also might do well. She cried in front of Grant.
Oh yeah, she
and
did.
Like she wasn't giving him the kiss, and he was like, you know what? I like that she did that. I like that she wanted to take it at her own pace. And I'm like, now he's got the chase. You know what I mean?
The chase.
Boys love a chase.
They love a chase.
Yeah. So I feel like those are the ones that stood out. I was happy to see that the model looks much better in movement than in that picture that they took of her.
So true.
I like that she got to stay another day.
I like to see her survive another day.
Give us more plus. Give us more curve.
I liked it. In her headshot, you can't see. But I think that's crazy that we're even like, I know we're going to have to talk about it because it's like one of the first times we see someone that's a little bit curvier, but I'm just like, I hate that we have to like even comment. You know what I'm saying? Like
there was another girl. I mean, she's not like,
yeah,
she was just giving like normal body. She was the one that gave him a rock. And like then they blew out. They did a little anxiety stress relief exercise. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot her name.
I can't find her right now, and I'm too lazy to look. But she'll be on the screen here for those that are watching YouTube.
Also, okay, so the 7 girls he kissed: Alicia, Juliana, Latia, Alex, Vicky, Zoe, and Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose.
Yep, that was them. And he's tied. Grant, Joey, and Zach all kissed 7 girls. So Grant is on par with the normal 7. Isn't that funny that all 3 of them did 7?
Yeah, what's that about?
That's so weird.
They said that's your limit.
Yeah, that's funny that they put all like, that's so funny. Yeah, so that was like the only spin. I don't know if there's anything really to note. I was underwhelmed with most of the dresses.
I love Zoe's dress. That one I do remember clearly. A lot of the girls were wearing like those, like the new trend of like this, just like silk, like little just throw on dress,
It's
you
just
gotta
like,
let that go.
It's just like,
just straight down.
It's just like a curtain.
It does not look good. It wrinkles. It does not, it shows every like.
What was your favorite dress?
Roll, whatever. Zoe's.
Was that the boob lady?
Yeah.
Me too. I did like Bailey's concept. The red with like the little scarf for like around the neck.
She had a scarf too?
Yeah.
There's a lot of scarf girlies.
But she did the best scarf variation.
Really? Wow, I don't remember what she wore at all. I will say from the preview, it looks like he's like literally torn between two girls, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
He's like, it seems like the teaser that they're giving us is so funny because it's giving this man, like literally Jesse Palmer says, I need to know which car to send out. Like, it's like as if he's down to the last wire picking the girl. And that's what they're teasing.
Which
I'm excited to see how that cultivates.
Unserious, which, you know what I mean?
Which gives so unserious because like, you know.
And if you don't, then that means
then
you were just
so
here for a good,
and
fun
you're just
time.
here for your music career.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that's giving. But that's like what they're teasing. You know, every year they tease something. Like Joey's year, it was like something that's really never happened before. And it was true. Daisy and Kelsey, when we were in the car together. Now looking back at that being like the big thing is so stupid. But
so stupid.
Like so dumb. But like Daisy like literally took her to him. Like what? But yeah, so this year they're teasing this man is down to the wire like seconds. It's like red button, blue, like it's like which button are you gonna hit? Like it's a split decision. She's like,
yeah,
stupid.
Can't wait. Yeah, I'm ready to see some more. I'm ready for the girls to give me some drama because that's what we're all here for. Let's be real. We're not here for love.
Let's go. Who do you think? I love doing this just based off the first episode.
Or should we just do like our top 3?
I was gonna say top 4.
Okay, top 4. I guess I'm gonna say Latia. I'll say Rose. I'll say Carolina. And I don't want to say Alicia.
I'll tell you mine.
I guess. Actually, I'm going to go with Alex. I'll put Alex in there.
I think it's Alicia, Juliana, Rose, and Alex.
Why do you like Juliana?
I don't like her. I'm just saying I think that's what it's going to be.
She's something about her creeps me out.
It's not about what I like. It's about what I think he likes.
I don't know if she's just giving me nothing.
Okay, enough of the hate for her.
I'm so sorry, Juliana, but I need to know if you have substance.
Maybe she'll.
The substance.
The substance.
I haven't seen that movie.
Demi Moore.
Whatever.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
All right, let's go.
We'll see what happens.
I hope I'm right about this. I should have written that down. What did I say?
Well, it's okay. It'll be up on the screen.
Okay, good.
I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Can we move on to the Traitors?
Yes, please. Oh my God. We just watched episode 6
We're
of the
fresh
Traitors,
off.
so it is fresh. I mean, last episode, what do we really need to note? Because you weren't here for it. I sort of talked about it by myself.
The only thing to note is that Danielle was exposed because of that game that they played, and she was literally like not saving herself when she had like 2 or 3 opportunities to save herself, and she didn't. And the people were like sus. But then when the round table came, they all just like forgot about it and
totally
just like
forgot.
Blamed Nikki, and then Nikki had no legs, and so
Nikki
left.
gave up. I wonder if she's friends with Chriselle still, because I'd be pissed that you threw me on the bus. I mean, with this episode, Wes said, "Fuck you all."
Let's go. Okay, let's break it down.
Let's get into it. I don't even remember what the challenge was, to be honest.
Well, it picks up with them talking in the traitor room.
Oh yeah,
and they decided to send Bob H home.
Which was so sad. I like Bob H.
Wait, can we give clarification for Bob H real quick? Because we thought he was, we don't know The Biggest Loser, but he was like the trainer.
For it. He did not lose a bunch of weight.
But he also had like a health issue. Oh my God, I'm already messing this up again.
No, that was it.
It was right?
It was like I think a hereditary.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Hereditary thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what made him have a heart attack.
When I say hereditary, I think of the movie Hereditary.
Same, which was why I was like, is that right?
And then I think about the decapitated Matilda of it all.
I haven't seen the movie.
What?
Is this something?
Oh my God. Well, I just fucking spoiled it for you.
I don't watch scary movies like that.
I mean, if I could tell you to not watch a movie, it would be Hereditary. If I could,
because it's bad or because it's so scary?
It is one of the fucking scariest movies ever. And you know me.
Yeah.
I love horror. I love horror. I love it. I love a thriller. I love just watching people get scared and me being scared and like I can't sleep. Exorcisms.
Perfect. That's exactly what we want.
But guys, if you want to watch something so fucking unnerving, watch Hereditary. So unrelated, but anyways, never watch it.
Okay.
Never watch it because you'll never sleep ever again.
I've never had the urge to watch it, so I'll just keep it that way.
So yeah, it was their Hereditary thing.
How do we get here? That was about Bob H. So because Bob H got murdered, Wes and what's the other guy's name?
Derek.
Wes
from Big
and
Brother.
Derek clock the fact that Rob still hasn't been eliminated. And if you were a traitor and someone like Rob got a traitor out, you would be, Rob would be on your hit list and he would be axed out by now. And the fact that he wasn't, they clocked that. So they're like, it's clear that he's a traitor. Suspect. So what? They do this challenge and what are you laughing at?
Thinking about Sandoval.
Oh God, yeah. We're not there yet.
I'm sorry. I just thought about him.
They do this challenge.
He's so funny now to me.
Who got the shields though? That's my question.
I think Carolyn got the shield.
Which was crazy. She just snatched the shield up.
What was she going to do? Not snatch it?
Yeah.
Like.
So the 3 people that got shields from the challenge were Carolyn, Dylan, and Chriselle. Which kind of sucks for Derek. But we're not there yet. Sorry. And then everyone's kind of talking to each other in the house. I think Rob is trying to pin it on
Wes. Danielle and Carolyn are now feuding because the 3 traitors just don't trust each other. That all stems from Bob the drag queen.
I mean, it all stems from, well, I guess Bob, yeah. But Rob acting on it.
Yes.
Rob didn't have to do this. I think if Rob just never murdered Bob, I mean, then it would have just been a competition between them two.
It didn't happen, so it's, no, I get it though.
It's just been a down, what do you call that? Avalanche.
Just
what do you call
downward spiral.
A rolling
ball down the hill.
Why can't we come up with the phrase? It's literally a phrase.
It's just the
I can't think of it. You know what we're saying.
The stone that broke the man's back. I'm saying
the camel's back. I don't even think it's a stone
I just
either.
love when we're recording, I can't think of things. Things that should be normal.
We're gone. We're not here.
We're literally just skeletons.
We're a producer is for who's they're supposed to be doing all this stuff for us, helping us.
It's so obvious we don't have one. Lulu, where are you? Where are the cue cards? Where are the cue cards at, Lou? She's like, I'm dead ass asleep.
Anyway.
I'm so sorry. So there's
the straw that broke the camel's back. Not a stone. I was like, it's not a stone.
I said the stone that broke. I cannot. You have to keep this in here. That's too funny. That's too funny. My delirium.
Oh God.
The stone that broke the man's back.
I still want to know what the other phrase is. It's killing me.
We are just skeletons.
An avalanche? Fuck, what is it?
An avalanche.
It's
an iceberg.
Fuck. I'm sorry, I have to Google it.
No way.
It all just snowballed. That's what it is. Isn't it?
And now where did the avalanche come from?
Well, because it's supposed to be a snowball going down a hill.
Now, where did the hill come from?
Okay, we're moving on.
The stone that broke the man's back. I need to go to jail for that.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's jail time.
I'm so sorry, guys.
So, anyways, there's multiple,
No, the traitors aren't trusting each other. They're all trying to get each other out, which is not the point of the game. You literally need to be working together to get the rest of the freaking faithfuls out so you can go home with the money.
And the whole thing is that Danielle wants to get rid of Carolyn because she doesn't trust Carolyn completely, so she can actually ultimately get rid of Bob. Sorry, Rob. Sorry, their names are so similar. Boston Rob. So that's her thinking.
And then Carolyn finds out about this.
Yeah.
So now she wants to get Danielle out.
So then they're feuding. Tom Sandoval is literally just saying random shit in the house to no one.
Oh my God. He gets Brittany over and he's like, look, it's what's her name? It's Dolores. It's her. And Brittany's like, what? What are you talking about? No, it's not. And he's like, stop. I'm just like, why do you keep telling her to stop?
And Brittany's like,
but he's like, no, literally anything that he says, everyone's just like, shut up.
He's vastly on a whole different level than everyone else.
He's on a whole different plane than everyone else. Just
a whole different life.
It's so funny.
So I feel like the game this episode was really not anything, no tea. Like, I just felt like there was no tea from it.
No,
I think the
no.
main lore of the whole episode was that round table.
It was the round tables. But basically, Wes and Derek decided to go in and go after Rob. Rob was going to go after Wes. And then Tom.
Tom had his own idea.
Yeah. So Tom started off the round table and he was like, look, guys, it's Dolores. And Dolores is like, what are you talking about? And then everyone else is like, oh, what? Just stop. Like
Derek literally turned to him and said, dude, we actually have things to talk about. Like, shut the fuck up.
Literally, everyone was like,
let me finish my thought.
Stupid. No one wants to hear you speak.
Like, he was just wasting time and everyone was like rolling their eyes because they were just like, are you done? So we can actually talk about what we really need to talk about.
Mm-hmm. And then Derek gets into his argument for Rob, which makes complete sense. And I'm so annoyed with everybody who has just been somehow jaded by Boston Rob. Boston? Mm-hmm. Yeah? That's his name?
Boston Rob.
Okay. Oh, God. And I just think everyone's being so stupid. Mm-hmm. Literally look at the facts, take the emotion out of it, like Derek said, and it's crystal clear who the freaking traitor is.
Yeah, so Wes was I think the OG person that thought about this. Obviously, Derek posed it first. Mm-hmm. Derek had a really good explanation. Wes is like one of the more aggressive players, like just an aggressive personality, and like a lot of people don't vibe with it. Like the Bambis don't love his like aggressiveness. Like it's just gonna be a lot.
Mainly
come off conceited, mainly Chriselle, but not just Chriselle, because I don't think Sierra likes him.
Well, Sierra's not a Bambi. You just mean the girlies, no.
I'm just saying like the girlies. Mm-hmm. Like the girlies, the Bambis, although Gabby, but
Right. So it's yeah. And so Wes backs him up on it.
But that's their argument against Wes, is what I'm saying, is like, that's it. That's all they have on Wes. They're like, you're aggressive. That's
literally it. They're like, you're just too aggressive. Well, because Wes kind of shot himself in the foot by basically being like, I'll come after anyone who thinks it's me. Which I'm just like, why would you say that?
It's like, I'll fuck him up. And Chriselle was like, oh my God.
Like, oh my God, you're threatening me? Oh, I just, that doesn't sit right with me. That makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, that's what Brittany said, yeah.
Yeah. And Rob also makes his case towards Wes. He's like, I don't even know what his argument. Well, his argument was weird. He just brought Ivar into it all of a sudden. He was like, if you guys, like, I thought it was between me and Ivar because we're clearly faithfuls. And so, the traitors would clearly want to get rid of him. And if they didn't get rid of him and me, then I don't know what it was. I thought the argument was strange, but I guess it made sense to them because they somehow believed it. Mm-hmm. And then before the round table, Derek spoke to Danielle and was like, hey, we're going to vote Rob. Mm-hmm. Are you, like, he trusts her. And
Derek and Danielle have their past from Big Brother.
Yes. And so she's like, after everyone has their arguments, she's like, what do I do? Do I go for Rob or do I go with the pack and go with Wes? Because
but also
she wants to get rid of, oh yeah, my God.
Yeah.
But she's debating what to do because she also wants to get rid of Rob because she's tired of him controlling everything.
Well, that's ultimately what she wants to do, is to get rid of Rob.
Yeah.
That's been her whole thing. Even the reason why she's against Carolyn is so she can get rid of Rob, not so much Carolyn.
Yeah. But Carolyn is still upset that Danielle was throwing Carolyn out to people last episode.
Because she said that night that I won't come after you, but then the next day she started hearing it again. So she's like, girl, what is it?
And so Carolyn brings this up at the round table and she's like, I thought I trusted you and I heard that you're throwing my name out to people. And so I think you're a traitor. And I'm just like, you guys, stop fucking going after each other.
It's wild.
Like, get on the same page and both get Rob out at least. Like, my God.
Like, it's never been this vicious between the traitors.
Never. And I'm just like, y'all have lost the plot, truly. So then they all vote. And for a second there, I thought Rob was going to go home. I thought, oh, thank God some people are making some sense because Gabby voted for Rob and it didn't seem like she was going to at first. And I was like, oh, thank God she's somewhat smart. Danielle did end up voting for Rob.
But like, I think ultimately that was the correct decision for her because Derek, she needed to keep that alliance and that trust.
Yeah, she'll still have that alliance. But now Rob is probably going to come after. Well, I just like, at this point, I feel like if he comes after Traitors, they'll know it's him. But here's the thing. Y'all can only be so stupid because basically Wes ends up going home, and he was just like, y'all are idiots. F you. I'm out of here. And the fact that they chose him and he was a faithful and everyone else voted and mostly everyone said Rob, y'all better get rid of Rob next week.
It's not
there
gonna
is
happen.
no other choice. If you are not an idiot, you would get rid of Rob. Especially, I don't know who they're going to kill. It would be very obvious that it's Rob if they do get rid of Derek. But it's kind of like you're kind of at a standstill because if Derek stays, then you're for sure going home, Rob, you know? So it's a tricky one now.
It's tricky. It's tricky, but I mean, it's so good. I'm like kicking my feet. I like wish there was another episode.
I'm also just pissed off at them. I'm just like, why? They're being so stupid.
I knew it was going to be Wes. Like, I was just like, I know this is going to be Wes.
Yeah.
Because people didn't, it's the show, it's like.
Wes just did not give a good case for himself.
And he also just wasn't like.
And he didn't care.
He didn't care. He didn't care what people thought about him. And sometimes that bites you in the ass. And we saw that happen.
It's all a social game, you know?
Yeah, you have to be well liked. People like Boston Rob.
I also love looking at Boston Rob when like someone gets sent home or something, or like things are going his way and he's like trying to keep it together and keep a cool face. But to me, it looks like he's holding in a shit.
Yeah, he does look like he's constipated.
Truly. He's like.
But like the edits of him, like back in the day, he's like so hot.
Yeah, but I hear him talk and he has this weird accent. Oh, yeah.
It's the Bostonian.
Oh, that's so what it is.
Yeah.
And that really turns me off. So
the Boston accent is not it. Sorry.
It's not good.
Anyways, I'm excited for the next episode.
Yeah. I hate that it's only one a week.
It's been really good. It's been really good. So you guys have so much time to catch up on it if you haven't. But we probably just spoiled it for you.
Now, last thing we're going to talk about is Love Island. Here,
because I'm a little behind.
Which is hard to keep up with because it's a new episode every night. But best believe I'm keeping up because I will be watching the next episode
VPN
tonight. Peacock is like almost there. I think you probably missed out on an episode.
I've been watching the Peacock. Yeah, so I'm like on US time.
So we'll just go up to that point, although I might spoil in a sprinkle or two of what's happening now. But where you were left off, Harriet just came in. They did the kissing challenge. Yep. I think the things to note from it are that Ekin-Su got pissed off at Curtis during it because he was being like kissing a girl and being like, well, I definitely haven't kissed this girl before. And like she thought that he was doing too much with the girls. So then she in turn does way all too much. She can.
She's like up here like giving them a hand job and like, no, sorry,
no, but she wins. She does win the challenge at the end, right?
Yeah, she's like touching everyone and just being crazy.
Yeah, and that's Ekin-Su. Like she's a dramatic girl.
That's
she loves it, you know. And that's the other thing. I think she wears the pants in her relationships. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know if Curtis likes that in the long run. And the other thing to note is that when Harriet came in, she was like the surprise girl, and Ronnie instantly knew it was Harriet. Those two had a thing last season. And he rated her a 10, even though he still coupled up with Elma.
Poor Elma.
And so basically he's like, Elma who?
Yeah.
And he wants to get back with Harriet. And eventually, I mean, I don't know if you got here yet, but Elma does end things with Ronnie. She's like,
yeah, I think I saw that.
That's dead. That's done. And now Ronnie's trying to win back Harriet, and she's like, I still want to explore. I didn't get that chance last time, and you talked to other girls when we were together and yada yada whatever else. And he's like, I got real feelings now. Like it doesn't even matter. Like this is it. Like your end game. I'm in love with you. Blah 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 blah. And she's like, okay, sure. And he gets really pissed off at the girls because the girls are like, you called you and Harriet's relationship a show match. She's like, when did I call this a show match? I never called it a show match.
That was a whole fight.
And freaking Ekin-Su inserting herself was like, I remember you said it at this time. And they were like, you weren't even in the villa yet when that happened.
I'm so dead. I love Ekin.
I don't like her.
She's so funny to me.
She's funny and she stirs the pot.
Yeah,
but
she's just
really don't like her for it.
She's a producer plant.
She is a producer. What else to note?
That's really
There's just things that happen right after
you
this
have to
that
save
are
it.
so juicy. Like
save
that's
it.
when the juice comes in.
Save it. Please save it.
I'll just say there's tears from Luca. Things kick off. Scott is angry.
Did you know Luca and Harriet were like childhood friends?
Oh.
And they like act like they don't know each other.
Really?
Apparently. So I've heard.
Other thing I found out, Ron with the eye issue
loves Trump.
I'm like,
and
what?
So does Elma.
First of all, you're in the UK.
I love when like random ass people from different countries think they have a say on U.S. politics. I don't know what the fuck's happening in your. The only people I'm worried about.
I mean, but it is helpful. Like,
you know who I'm worried
currently,
about.
right now, everyone else around the world is protesting for us right now.
Let's be honest.
But
the only people I'm worried about is North Korea.
Oh my God.
I still think about North Korea on the reg.
Yeah, because
it's like genuinely like that's the country we should be worried about. Okay. Anyways, there's a lot.
We need to be worried about us right now.
I'm very worried. But you know what's no, we can't get into that right now.
Yeah. Anyway,
anyways, him having an opinion about our stuff, crazy.
Yeah.
Or just him being a Trump supporter.
That's what's really crazy about it. I'm just like, what?
I'm like, okay.
No Which wonder. I'm just like, dang, I really liked you, Ron, and now you did that. But things are to come between Curtis and Ekin-Su. I'm going to say that. And I really want to talk about it right now. Can I just talk about it?
What? I don't know. You want to spoil it for me?
I'll just say it kind of relates to the Matt and Rachel situation where he's twisting things to go his way.
Ekin is or Curtis?
Curtis is.
Love it. Can't wait to see it.
But Ekin-Su also is just so fucking annoying. So I don't blame him.
You said too much and I'm excited.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's a little teasy.
That's about it, guys. I can't wait to talk about all this Love Island stuff next week. And
Love Island, Traitors, Bachelor.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll probably mention Justin Baldoni.
I'm sure something else will come around.
I'm sure something else will come. Maybe not.
Maybe the whole website will be up by then.
I love this.
Maybe we'll do just a live scroll through and just see what we find.
I love this time of year.
God, I hate this time of year. January's been the longest month in my life.
I can't believe it. We're still in January. I can't believe January 1st we were in that bar in Astoria and it's been 29 days since then.
It's actually been a whole
full year.
It's been a full year. Hopefully the rest of the months will go a little quicker than this one.
I just need it to be May. I need it to be my birthday month.
I just need it to be nice weather outside. Like my whole personality changes when the weather is nice. Truly.
I can't wait until spring hits my face.
Spring, summer, please.
Spring will be sprung and I'm sprung.
I just want to be on a beach sizzling in the sun.
Play I'm Sprung by T-Pain.
No, play Party Girls by Grant Ellis.
And with that, I bid you adieu because that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm promoting it. I wish I knew how it went.
Actually, everyone get off this and go
Everyone get off and stream his song right now.
Because you know what? He's so unserious.
So unserious.
And so is his podcast.
Yep. So with that, we bid you adieu. Everyone have a great time, great night, great day, wherever you are. Okay, bye.